president's economic policies are incredibly popular. When you ask people what they think about investing in our roads, bridges, and airports, when you ask people what they think about educating and empowering workers, when you ask people about how they feel about reshoring manufacturing jobs and investing in America, those things are incredibly popular. And we find that when we go out and we talk to people about it, they support Bidenomics. And so that's exactly what the president is going to be doing in Chicago tomorrow.
That was the White House moments ago praising President Biden's incredibly popular economic policies, in quotes there. This is all ahead of his major address on Bidenomics tomorrow. Our next guest is breaking down Biden's most misleading claims on the economy. I'm pleased to say Heritage Foundation research fellow and economist E.J. Antoni joins us now. Thank you for joining us here in person. I think one of the great statistics that we love to point out is real weekly earnings are now negative for 26 straight months. That's the longest stretch in history and twice the global financial crisis. We thought the global financial crisis was long and bad, and we've all been poor now for twice that length. What do you make of that?
Well, I think it just shows you how the government has to pay for its spending one way or another. You know, they can raise taxes on you explicitly, or they can implicitly raise taxes on you through inflation. And that's what we've seen under Joe Biden. If you're wondering, where did the government get the trillions upon trillions of dollars that he and the Congress have spent the last couple of years? They are taking it out of your hide right now through the hidden tax of inflation.
Yeah, EJ, you have a great piece that's been published right now where you go through Biden's economic policies and you identify several of what you say are his leading falsehoods. Just to name some of them, the fact that Biden's been a major job creator, that he's reducing the deficit, that income is up for the bottom half of earners. You know, when Americans are at home and they hear President Biden and his White House staff speaking about what they call accomplishments, what do you think Americans should actually know about what he's doing to the economy?
Well, I think, frankly, American families already know what's going on. They're not listening to this White House, I don't think. They are seeing and feeling in their daily lives the effects of his policy, which is real wages are down. They're down 5.1% since he took office. You know, to put that in context, for the average American family, they've lost $5,600, the equivalent thereof, in terms of their annual pay. Wow. I mean, that's devastating. For a lot of American families, that's the equivalent of losing a month's pay. You know, when you look at things like jobs, if you want to count jobs recovered from the pandemic, because we simply said to businesses after telling them it's illegal for you to open, now you can open again, we're going to count that as job creation? I mean, fine, if you want to play that game, then we'll play that game. And you find that under President Trump, the average monthly job gains after the pandemic were actually higher than under Joe Biden.
Yeah, the job gain thing gets me. Month in, month out, you see the same line from the Biden administration. You talk to small businesses, though, and they're out there saying, I can't find, even now, they're saying, I can't find workers. I feel like there's not a supply of people that I need to hire, especially leisure and hospitality. So, you know, there's the data that Biden cites, and there's the reality most people face, and there's a huge gap between those two things.
Oh, certainly. But even if you want to just talk about the data that he's citing, so often we've seen that data is revised down, for example, or the data is highly misleading. Those jobs numbers, for example, right? You look at the two different surveys that make up that report, they have diverged dramatically.
Yes, you're talking about employment and the household survey?
Exactly. So when you look at the survey of businesses, the establishment survey, that continues rising. But the household survey tells us that employment's been falling. The household survey also tells us we have significant double counting. So you have people getting a second or a third job. Those are counted as additional payrolls.
Super smart. That's something in the last jobs day that we were digging into, because we're looking at that discrepancy and saying this doesn't make sense in the data. What's going on? We had up on that board also talks about reducing the deficit. I threw out this statistic yesterday. I think 25% of all of our outstanding U.S. debt, the national debt, has been issued or created since 2020. People at home are trying to balance their budgets and make it work. We're trying to put things on credit card to make ends meet. You look at a federal government that just issues what is unlimited trillions of dollars of debt. How does this end?
Oh, poorly, very, very poorly, because this is an incredibly unsustainable path. Going back to family finance, because oftentimes federal finance is just it sounds much more complicated than it is. It's easier to think of it in terms of the household budget. If you are continuously putting expenses on credit cards because you don't have enough money coming in to actually pay for what's going out, what happens? You're on the path to insolvency, and that's where America is, and it is accelerating under Joe Biden. One of his favorite sound bites is that he has cut the deficit, right? The problem with that, and most of the White House's sound bites, is it's not very sound. The fact is that if Biden had simply just let spending return to pre-pandemic levels, in other words, when the COVID spending expired, not add anything else, we'd have a surplus today. Right. A surplus.
He's always playing games with his starting point, right? He's saying things are getting better, and of course the response is, yeah, but they got really, 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 really bad, and now they're just really bad. But that's not the kind of improvement that people want to see. Anyway, we got to leave it there, EJ. Good to see you. Thanks for being with us today. We appreciate it.